dear brothers and sisters. This is Sister Mary. Today we are reading Psalm 111 through Psalm 120. I am reading out of the Interlinear Bible. Psalm 111. Praise Jehovah. I will thank Jehovah with all my heart, in the council of the upright and of the assembly. The works of Jehovah are great, sought out by all those desiring them. His work is honorable and glorious, and his righteousness endures forever. He has made a memorial for his wonders. Jehovah is gracious and full of pity. He has given food to those who fear him. He will always remember his covenant. He has shown to his people the power of his works, to give to them inheritance of the nations. The works of his hands are truth and judgment. All his commandments are true, standing firm forever and ever. They are done in truth and uprightness. He sent redemption to his people. He has commanded his covenant forever. Holy and awesome is his name. The fear of Jehovah is the beginning of wisdom. All who practice them have a good understanding. His praise is standing forever. Psalm 112. Praise Jehovah. Blessed is the man who fears Jehovah, delighting greatly in his commands. His seed shall be mighty on the earth. The generation of the upright shall be blessed. Wealth and riches in his house, and his righteousness is standing forever. Light rises in the darkness to the upright. He is gracious and full of pity and of righteousness. God is a man, showing favor and lending. He will nourish his matters with equity. For he shall not be shaken forever. The righteous shall be for a memorial forever. He shall not be afraid of evil news. His heart is fixed, trusting in Jehovah. His heart is upheld. He shall not be afraid, though he looks on his foes. He has scattered. He has given to the needy. His righteousness endures forever. His horn shall be lifted up with honor. The wicked shall see and be vexed. He shall gnash his teeth and melt. The desire of the wicked shall perish. Psalm 113. Praise Jehovah. Praise, O servants of Jehovah. Praise the name of Jehovah. Blessed is the name of Jehovah from now on and forever. From the sunrise to its going, the name of Jehovah is being praised. Jehovah is high above all nations, his glory above the heavens. Who is like Jehovah our God? He sits on high to dwell. He lowers himself to see in the heavens and in the earth. He raises up the poor from the dust, and he lifts the needy out of the dunghill, in order to make him sit with the nobles of his people. He causes the barren to live in the house, and the joyful mother of sons. Praise Jehovah. Psalm 114. When Israel came out of Egypt, the house of Jacob, from a people of strange language, Judah became his sanctuary, Israel his kingdom. The sea looked and fled, and Jordan turned back. The mountains skipped like rams, the little hills like lambs. What ails you, O sea, that you flee? O Jordan, that you turn back? O mountains, that you skip like rams? O little hills like lambs? Tremble, O earth, from the face of the Lord, from the face of the God of Jacob, who turned the rock into a pool of water, the flint into a fountain of waters. Psalm 115. Now to us, O Jehovah, not to us, but to your name give glory, for your truth, for your mercy because of your truth. Why do the nations say, where is their God now? But our God is in heaven. He has done all that he is pleased. Their idols are silver and gold, the work of man's hands. They have mouths, but they do not speak. They have eyes, but they do not see. They have ears, but they do not hear. They have a nose, but they do not smell. Their hands do not feel. Their feet do not walk. They do not mutter through their throat. The ones who make them are like them, and everyone trusting in them. O Israel, trust in Jehovah. He is their help and their shield. O house of Aaron, trust in Jehovah. He is their help and their shield. You who fear Jehovah, trust in Jehovah. He is their help and their shield. Jehovah remembers us. He will bless. He will bless the house of Israel. He will bless the house of Aaron. He will bless those who fear Jehovah, the small and the great. Jehovah will add more on you and on your sons. You are blessed to Jehovah, who make heavens and earth. The heavens are Jehovah's, but he has given the earth to the sons of men. The dead do not praise Jehovah, nor all those who go down into silence. But we will bless Jehovah from now on and forever. Praise Jehovah. Psalm 116. I love Jehovah because he hears my voice and my prayers. Because he has bowed his ear to me, I will also call in my days. The cords of death hemmed me in, and the pains of Sheol found me. I found distress and sorrow. Then I call on the name of Jehovah. O Jehovah, I beseech you, deliver my soul. Jehovah is gracious and righteous. Yea, our God is merciful. Jehovah keeps the simple. I was low, but he saved me. Return to your rest, O soul, for Jehovah has blessed you. For you have delivered my soul from death, my eye from tears, my fear from stumbling. I will walk before the face of Jehovah in the lands of the living. I believed, so I speak. I was greatly afflicted. I said in my alarm, every man is a liar. What shall I return to Jehovah for his benefits to me? I will lift up the cup of salvation, and I will call on the name of Jehovah. I will pay my vows to Jehovah now in the presence of all his people. Precious in the eyes of Jehovah is the death of his saints. O Jehovah, truly I am your servant now. I am your servant, the son of your handmaiden or handmaid. You have loosed my bonds. I will sacrifice to you the sacrifice of thanks and will call on the name of Jehovah. I will pay my vows to Jehovah now in the presence of all his people, in the courts of the house of Jehovah, in your midst, O Jerusalem. Praise Jehovah. Psalm 117. Praise Jehovah, all nations. Praise him, all peoples. For his mercy is mighty over us, and the truth of Jehovah is forever. Praise Jehovah. Psalm 118. Give thanks to Jehovah, for he is good, because his mercy endures forever. Let Israel say now that his mercy endures forever. Let the house of Aaron say now that his mercy endures forever. Let those who fear Jehovah say now that his mercy endures forever. I called Jehovah from the distress. He answered me in the large place of Jehovah. Jehovah is for me. I will not fear. What can man do to me? Jehovah is for me among those who help me, and I shall see my desire on those who hate me. It is better to take refuge in Jehovah than to trust in man. It is better to trust in Jehovah than to trust in princes. All the nations surround me, but surely I will destroy them in the name of Jehovah. They surround me, yea, they surround me. I surely will destroy them in the name of Jehovah. They surround me like bees. They are quenched like the fire of thorns. For surely I will cut them off in the name of Jehovah. Pushing, you push me to fall. But Jehovah help me. Jehovah is my strength and my song, and he is my salvation. The voice of rejoicing and salvation is in the tabernacle of the righteous. The right hand of Jehovah works mightily. The right hand of Jehovah is exalted. The right hand of Jehovah acts mightily. I shall not die, but I shall live and declare the works of Jehovah. Jehovah has grievously chastened me, but he has not given me to death. Open the gates of righteousness to me. I will enter into them, and I will thank Jehovah. This is the gate of Jehovah. The righteous shall enter into it. I will thank you, for you answered me and are my salvation. The stone which the builders rejected has become the head of the corner. This is from Jehovah. It is marvelous in our eyes. This is the day Jehovah has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. O Jehovah, I beseech you, cause us to prosper now. Blessed is he who comes in the name of Jehovah. We blessed you from the house of Jehovah. Jehovah is God, and he gives light to us. Tie the sacrifice with cords to the horns of the altar. You are my God, and I will exalt you. My God, I will thank you. Oh, give thanks to Jehovah, for he is good, for his mercy endures forever. Psalm 119. Blessed are the upright in the way, who walk in the law of Jehovah. Blessed are those keeping his testimonies, who seek him with a whole heart. They also do not work evil, they walk in his way. You have commanded to carefully keep your precepts. Oh, that my ways were fixed to keep your statutes. Then I shall not be ashamed when I look to all your commands. I will thank you with integrity of heart. In my learning the judgments of your righteousness, I will keep your statutes. Do not forsake me utterly. By what shall a young man purify his way, to keep it according to your word? I have sought you with my whole heart. Do not let me wander from your commands. I have hidden your word in my heart, that I may not sin against you. Blessed are you, O Jehovah. Teach me your statutes. I have declared all the judgments of your mouth with my lips. I have rejoiced in the way of your testimonies as over all riches. I will meditate in your precepts, and I will regard your ways. I will delight in your statutes. I will not forget your word. Deal bountifully with your servant, that I may live, and I will keep your word. Open my eyes, and I will see wonderful things from your law. I am an alien in the earth. Hide not your commandments from me. My soul is breaking for the longing to your judgments. In every season you have rebuked the proud, the cursed ones who go astray from your commands. Roll from me reproach and scorn from me, for I have kept your testimonies. Princes also sat speaking against me, but your servant meditates on your laws. Your testimonies are my delight, my counselors. My soul clings to the dust. Give me life according to your word. I have declared my ways, and you answered me. Teach me your statutes. Make me understand the way of your precepts, and I will meditate on your wonders. My soul drops with grief. Lift me up according to your word. Remove from me the way of lying, and favor me with your law. I have chosen the way of truth. I have held your judgments level. I have clung to your testimonies. O Jehovah, do not shame me. I will run the way of your commands, for you shall enlarge my heart. O Jehovah, teach me the way of your statutes, and I will keep it to the end. Make me understand, and I will keep your law and observe it with a whole heart. Make me walk in the way of your commands, for in it I delight. Bow my heart to your testimonies, and do not to unjust gain, Turn my eyes from seeing vanity. In your way, give me life. Make your word sure to your servant, who is devoted to your fear. Turn away my shame, which I fear, for your judgments are good. Behold, I have longed for your precepts. Grant to me life in your righteousness. By your word, according to your salvation, let your mercies come to me. O Jehovah, and I will answer my reprover a word, for I trust in your word. And do not take the word of truth completely out of my mouth. For I have hoped in your judgments, and I shall keep your law continually forever and ever. And I will walk in a wide space, for I seek your commands. And I will speak of your testimonies before kings and will not be ashamed. And I will delight myself in your commandments, which I have loved. And I will lift up my hands to your commandments that I love. And I will meditate on your statutes. Remember the word to your servant, on which you made me hope. This is my comfort in my affliction, for your word has given me life. The proud have scorned me utterly. I have not veered from your law. I remembered your judgments from of old. O Jehovah, and I take comfort. Hot zeal has seized me, because of the wicked forsaking your law. Your statutes have been my songs in the house of my pilgrimages. O Jehovah, I have remembered your name in the night, and have kept your law. This was done to me because I kept your commandments. Jehovah is my portion. I have said to keep your words. I entreated your face with all my heart. Favor me according to your word. I mused on my ways and turned my feet to your testimonies. I hurried and delayed not to keep your commands. The cords of the wicked encircle me. I have not forgotten your law. At halves of the night I will rise to give thanks to you because of your righteous judgments. I am a companion of all who fear you, yea, of those who keep your precepts. O Jehovah, the earth is full of your mercy. Teach me your statutes. You have done good with your servant, O Jehovah. By your word, teach me good judgment and knowledge, for I have believed your commandments. Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now I have kept your word. You are good and do good. Teach me your statutes. The proud have forged a lie against me. I will keep your precepts with all my heart. Their heart is like fat without feeling. I delight in your law. For my good I was afflicted, to learn your statutes. The law of your mouth is better to me than thousands of gold and silver. Your hands made me and fixed me. Give me discernment that I may learn your commands. The ones fearing you will see me and rejoice. For I hoped in your word. I know, O Jehovah, your judgments are right. And in fidelity you afflicted me. Please let your mercy be for my comfort. By your word to your servant. Let your mercies come to me that I may live, for your law is my delight. Let the proud be ashamed, for with lies they perverted me. I will muse on your precepts. Let fears of you turn to me, and knowers of your testimonies. Let my heart be blameless in your statutes, that I may not be ashamed. My soul is being consumed for your salvation. I hope in your word. My eyes fail for your word, saying, when will you comfort me? For I am like a wineskin in the smoke. I do not forget your statutes. As what are the days of your servant? When will you execute judgment on my persecutors? The proud have dug pits for me, which are not according to your law. All your commands are faithful. They persecute me with lying. Help me. In a little they had finished me on earth, but I did not forsake your precepts. Give me life according to your mercy, and I will keep the testimonies of your mouth. Your word is settled in heaven forever, O Jehovah. Your fidelity is to every generation. You founded the earth, and it stands. They stand by your judgments to this day, for all are your servants. If your law had not been my delight, then I had perished in my grief. I will never forget your precepts, for with them you gave me life. I am yours. Save me, for I have sought your precepts. The wicked waited for me to destroy me. I will muse on your testimonies. I have seen an end to all perfection. Your command is exceedingly broad. Oh, how I love your law. It is my meditation all day. You make me wiser than my enemies by your commands, for they are forever mine. I have more wisdom than all my teachers, for your testimonies are a meditation to me. I understand more than the aged, for I keep your precepts. I have kept my feet from every evil way to keep your word. I turn not from your judgments, for you have taught me. How sweet are your words to my palate. More than honey to my mouth. By your precepts I know, so then I hate every false way. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. I have sworn, and I rise to it to keep your righteous judgments. I am afflicted very much, O Jehovah. Give me life by your word. Please, O Jehovah, accept the free offering of my mouth and teach me your judgments. My life is in my hand continually, yet I do not forget your law. The wicked have laid a snare for me, yet I do not wander from your precepts. I have inherited your testimonies forever. For they are the rejoicing of my heart. I have bowed my heart always to do your statutes to the end. I hate the half-hearted, but I love your law. You are my covert and my shield. I hope in your word. Depart from me, O evildoers, for I will keep my God's commands. Uphold me by your word, that I may live, and let me not be ashamed of my hope. Hold me up, and I will be saved, and I will always look to your statutes. You have trampled all who go astray from your statutes, for their deceit is falsehood. As dross, you have made all the wicked of the earth to cease. So I love your testimonies. My flesh has shivered because of your fear, and I have feared your judgments. I have done the just and right thing. Do not leave me to my oppressors. Be surety for your servant for good. Let not the proud oppress me. My eyes fail for your salvation and for the word of your righteousness. Deal with your servant by your mercy, and teach me your statutes. I am your servant. Make me consider, and I will know your testimonies. It is time for Jehovah to work. They have broken your law. So I have loved your commands more than gold, even fine gold. So I count wholly right all the precepts. I have hated every false way. Your testimonies are wonderful, so my soul keeps them. The entering of your word gives light, instructing the simple ones. I opened my mouth and panted, for I longed for your commands. Turn to me and favor me, as is the way to those who love your name. Fix my steps in your word, and let no evil rule over me. Redeem me from the oppression of man, and I will keep your precepts. Make your face shine on your servant, and teach me your statutes. Rivers of waters run down my eyes, for they do not keep your law. O Jehovah, you are righteous, and your judgments right. You have enjoined your testimonies as exceedingly righteous and faithful. My zeal has eaten me up, for my enemies have forgotten your word. Your word is pure, and your servant loves it. I am small and despised. I do not forget your precepts. Your righteousness is an eternal righteousness, and your law is true. Distress and anguish have found me. Your commands are my delight. The righteousness of your testimonies are everlasting. Make me know, and I will live. I cried with my whole heart, O Jehovah. Answer me. I will keep your statutes. I cried to you, save me, and I will keep your testimonies. I go before the dawn of day and cry, and I hope in your word. My eyes go before the night watches to meditate on your word. Hear my voice by your mercy, O Jehovah. Give me life by your judgment. The pursuers of mischief draw near. They are far from your law. You are near, O Jehovah, and all your commands are truth. Of old I have known from your testimonies, for you have founded them forever. Look on my affliction and deliver me, for I do not forget your law. Contend for my cause and redeem me. Give me life according to your word. Salvation is far from the wicked, for they do not seek your statutes. O Jehovah, your tender mercies are great. Give me life according to your judgments. My persecutors and enemies are many, and do not turn from your testimonies. I saw the traitors and was grieved because they did not keep your word. See how I love your precepts, O Jehovah. Give me life according to your mercy. The sum of your word is true. Every one of your righteous judgments endures forever. Princes have persecuted me without cause, but my heart is feared at your word. I rejoice at your word, as one who finds great spoil. I hate and despise lying, but I love your law. I praise you 7 times a day because of your righteous judgments. Great peace is to those who love your law, and there is no stumbling block to them. O Jehovah, I have hoped for your salvation and have done your precepts. My soul has kept your testimonies, and I love them very much. I have kept your commands and your testimonies, for all my ways are before you. Let my cry come near you, O Jehovah. Give me wisdom according to your word. Let my prayer come before you. Deliver me according to your word. My lips shall pour forth praise when you have taught me your statutes. My tongue shall answer your word, for all your commands are righteousness. Let your hand help me, for I have chosen your precepts. I have longed for your salvation, O Jehovah, and your law is my delight. Let my soul live, and it will praise you, and let your judgments help me. I have gone astray like a lost sheep. Seek your servant, for I do not forget your commandments. Psalm 120. In my distress, I cried to Jehovah, and he answered me. O Jehovah, deliver my soul from lying lips, from a deceitful tongue. What shall be given to you, or what shall one add to you, O false tongue? Sharp arrows of the mighty with coals of broom. Woe is me that I sojourned in Meshech. I dwell with the tents of Kedar. My soul has long dwelt to itself with him who hates peace. I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war.